there is a kind of a constant battle between forgetting and remembering. So there are things we try to remember and things we try to forget, or things we forget and things we remember. And this is a flux, a constant flux. And the question is, what we're trying to remember and what we're trying to forget. So, from our human point of view, the human life experience that we have, we try to remember what this is all about. It's like, well, why am I here? What should I do? How life is. Try to remember. And if we take this fundamentally, we try to remember what we are in it, in the deepest sense, in a way. So the remembering motion is going towards the source of all this, the cosmic source, God, anything we call it. So why it seems to be a problem then? Because there is another force. Imagine that on the other side of the spectrum, there is a force that tries to forget. And when I say forget, I mean let go. Yeah, I give like a silly example, but it's like, the omnipotency of God, the divine, that knows it all. And in this total, complete consciousness, nothing actually happens. Because if everything is this, nothing happens. So even God gets bored. So he wants to create, he wants to share, he wants to distribute, he wants to express. So the divine wants to forget that it is divine through the creation. So what that means is like having two forces. The creation is trying to remember the creator, and the creator tries to forget that it has a separation from the creations and just lets itself kind of melt. And melt into oblivion. It has to find, for the first time, what it knows. And reality doesn't know anything. There is nothing to know. So these two forces, they keep alternating. They keep kind of, So we need both to remember and to forget. And when we say forget, like I said before, it's a letting go. Like, you realize something, you let it go. You realize something, you let it go. Something appears, something is born, dies. Something born dies. And this constant thing, the closer in our time experience it occurs, the closer we get to the dualistic, conflict between two forces. The two forces are not actually two forces, but they are one principle, in a way, that breathes in and out. Cannot slice breath in, breathe in, breathe out. Cannot just only breathe in, cannot only breathe out. So, that's about the forgetting and the letting go. So even in our practical life, we need to forget things, we need to delete things. Actually, nothing ever gets deleted, but it goes into hibernation. It goes into, a memory stored in the cloud, and only if we need it again, we can access it. So nothing is lost, really. But, whatever we work with in our RAM memory, and we need it, it becomes accessible. But everything is accessible, and if we need it, we know which hard drive it is, or which part of the cloud it is, and we can get it done.